Hey guys, how's it going? This is Ollie Zoo back with another video, and this is going to be about my pythons, or my royal pythons. In the last video I did, which was the animal room tour, I just briefly skirted over my python collection, so I wanted to give you guys a more thorough look at all the pythons that I keep and just where they're up to really. So it's going to be a little bit laid back this video, a bit more chilled out really, not as rehearsed as some of my other videos, but I got Rhonda out at the moment. She's my het pied female. She's a normal, as you can see, that's her natural markings, but she's het for piebald, which is a recessive genetic mutation. And if I paired her up with another het piebald, the babies will be 100% piebald. So the markings that those babies would come out as, they would look like a normal like this, but at certain parts of the body, like just random little splodges here and there, it'd be pure white markings. So I'm hoping that Alfred is het pied. I've explained it before in the past. The reason I know she is het pied is on her tail here, those markings that look like almost like a barcode there that run down the length of her tail. They are genetic markers that let me know that she is het pied. So she's doing pretty good. She's just, I mean, I've not weighed her for a little bit, but just feeling her now, handling her like this, she's probably closing in on 900 grams, and to breed them they need to be a minimum of sort of 1.2 kilograms, absolute minimum. Ideal weight is 1.6 to 2 kilograms, so I was aiming to breed her for Christmas. Could still do it really, but we'll see about that. This is what I keep her in. It's a little bit small, but this is what she's used to, and ideally I am looking to upgrade the size of her enclosure eventually. Go on, get in. The thing is, she's been in this for quite a while now, and per floor space, royal pythons, they don't really use a lot of space anyway, so it kind of doesn't even make sense to move her into something bigger, because sometimes when you do that with royal pythons, it can upset their feeding habits, so but we'll see, As I say, ideally I'd like it to be in something bigger, which I probably will do eventually. But this is the snake rack anyway, all powered by heat mats. Each compartment's got its own heat mat, but the room that they're in is warm enough anyway, so it's all good anyway. These heat mats usually go off sort of like early afternoon, and they will keep the desired temperature that I like. I'll just get a couple of the tubs out, just line them all up. Just saves me a bit of time on the video. So here we've got Mitch, our fire royal python. He's doing pretty good too. Started him out on rat pups. He's always had a voracious appetite, so now he's on rat fuzzies. Oh, there's Caroline. So yeah, he's doing pretty good feeding wise. Always strikes well, eats very quickly. Got a cool little perky personality really. Like sometimes when you open the tubs, you open his tub, he's right there ready to come out into your hands, which is kind of uncharacteristic of a royal python. But I mean, he's a fire royal python, so again, genetically, I could mix him with any number of morphs, and the babies would come out with more enhanced markings. So that's what the fire gene does, hence the name fire. It gives those patterns of glow and extra spark. So he's a pretty cool snake. I like Mitch. I have a soft spot for the snakes that are the best feeders. I mean, who doesn't? What snake keeper doesn't? Next up we've got Bella, my black pastel. There she is. Had a bit of feeding trouble with Bella over the last few months. Really struggled to get her to eat anything. Very shy feeder, but since I've had her in the snake cabinet, she's been feeding really successfully, which is always a good thing. And Bella's just Bella. I've been working with Royal Pythons now since I was 17, and I'm 23 now. So that's 6 years. She is, touch wood, the only Royal Python that's ever bit me. So, you know, I'm kind of proud of that achievement. You know, I've done research on Royal Pythons when I was at uni. I did my dissertation on them. So, you know, I like to think I have, you know, a bit of experience with them. I mean, they call them the black pastels because, as you can see, that sort of like dark patterning that Royal Pythons are synonymous with. It's got like a caramelly tint to it on the black pastels. Really nice snakes, but she's finally eating again consistently on rat pups. Like, ideally she should be on fuzzies, but you know, they've got to eat something. I'll just pop her on top of here just for a second. Next we've got Bailey, my spider yellow belly. She's feeding really well as well now. I had a lot of trouble with Bailey. I've had to force feed her a few times over the last 6 months, which I don't like doing. You know, force feeding can be potentially welfare hindering, especially for a shy-natured animal like a Royal Python, which can be tetchy at times anyway with feeding. But what's good is that she's finally feeding on her own now. Last 4 or 5 feeds she's fed on her own and she's eating fuzzies, which is great. She's starting to put some good weight on now. I mean, looking at her, she looks like she's getting ready to go into shed. That she just looks like a small version of King right now. My other spider Royal Python, as I say, she's a yellow belly. She has a really nice yellow line that runs along her underbelly. You can kind of see it, but it's not as prominent as what it normally is. There you go. Kind of see it now running along those 2 black bits there, like yellow patterning. She's a great snake. Glad that she's feeding again properly. Just pop her on top of here. Who have we got next? Jamie's favourite. This is LSP, the Lemon Blast. She's a lovely snake. Come closer into the light, I might be able to see the pattern a bit better. There you go, that's much better. Absolutely gorgeous animal. Look at that lemon sheen at the top of her head there. Really good feeder is LSP. Great snake. I reckon she's going to be really big. Really big female. Maybe even 6 foot, you never know. But yeah, she looks like she's going to shed as well. It's a bit darker around here than what they normally are. So, pop her back in. Moving on. Of course, we've got the classic boy, Alfredo. My biggest Royal Python, and my oldest Royal Python as well. He'll be 6 years old this year. And he's just a normal, but as I say, he does have some small train tracks at the bottom of his tail. Those genetic markers that Rhonda has as well. So I'm hoping if I pair them up, there might be a surprise few eggs in there for me. Some nice little piebalds. He's eating well, which is always good. Sometimes getting adult Royal Pythons to eat can be hard work. Here's Kingy. King. It's not his actual name, is it? Kingy, it's King. My spider Royal Python. Very much like Bailey. I had a real tough time at first getting this guy to eat. When he was about Bailey's size as well. But he is such a good feeder and a very enthusiastic striker as well. He often goes for me rather than the food item. which you know, I don't want him to bite me. Okay, nearly done. Just got another 2 snakes up here. Got Jessie in here, my yellow belly het orange ghost, and she's in real deep shed right now. Yellow bellies usually a slightly more vibrant coloration of the normals, but she looks even duller than a normal. There you go. See how milky her eye cap is there, how grey it is. That is a big indicator that she's getting ready to shed. So, which is we'll be keeping an eye out for. Just pop her back in. Don't want to stress her out. Again, great feeder. Never really had any problems with it. At first, she was a little bit nervous when I brought her into my collection, but now she's good. And I'll save the best for last. What most people probably say is the best to last anyway. It's Finn, my queen bee. Look at this guy. I love these markings. Never get bored of looking at this snake. He's such a beauty. And a little cutie as well. Look at that. I mean, when I first got him, you know, he was probably about half the size of this. He was tiny anyway. And the more pure white coloration up here at the top, that was more or less his whole body. And this part here that you can see, well, buddy, you know, from a glance, it might look like a dirty sort of substrate marking that, but it really isn't. What happens with the queen bees is they get older, that colour spreads all the way around their bodies, and they lose that pure white colour. So, you know, I do love the pure white markings, but you know, you still get a good looking snake even when it's older. So, you know, it's all good. Again, great feeder. I reckon I could offer him a small wiener and he'd probably have a really good crack at it. But yeah. So I think I'll leave it here for today, guys. As usual, my videos have gone on way longer than what I intend them to be. But, you know, I just have so much to say, and I just love Royal Pythons so much, and you know, I'm very proud of all the snakes that I own, and I just want to share that with you guys. So my faithful 91 subscribers out there, the subscriptions are going up actually in the last few weeks since I did that latest video on the Zoo Room tour. The views have really gone up a lot, so you know, keep it coming, and I'll keep making the videos. Alright, see you later guys, have a nice day.